So I've been thinking about connection this week. It's something that's been on my mind. I've had a few friends and people that I know that have been struggling with mental health. And one sad story that I'd heard about someone who I kind of knew through a friend of a friend who was struggling with depression and nobody really knew about it. And it just got me thinking. I've also been listening to a really good podcast about from this lady who is talking about having more authentic conversations with the people around us. So kind of from a mental health perspective and an emotional well-being perspective. Sharing with people if you're finding things difficult. Sharing with people if you're having a great time and things are going really well for you as well. But it kind of got me thinking about the importance of connecting with those people who are close to you on a meaningful level, and being able to be kind of honest and frank about how you are feeling. And I think this really kind of links in well with the postnatal side of things, because it can be quite an isolating, lonely time for mums if they're at home on their own with their baby. They might feel like they haven't really got anyone who they can chat to, who they can connect with, and that can then sometimes feed into kind of how they're feeling about themselves and their emotional well-being. So kind of the link, I made the link in my head and just got me thinking about how important it is to be able to kind of connect with people who you care about, or even just be able to talk to somebody who will listen to you about how you're actually feeling. I do think that if we were having more kind of meaningful conversations about how our lives were actually going, then people would feel more supported by one another. Like I've had depression before, and quite often in the past I hadn't spoken to anybody about it. I just tried to kind of carry on as normal, and that really wasn't helpful for me, and it wasn't really helpful for the people around me, because they had no idea what was actually going on for me in my life, and I wasn't then able to get support from people, talk to people about how I was feeling. So it was only after I had one kind of really kind of severe bout of depression, and then I just decided I was just going to start to tell people what was actually going on. Since I started doing that, then it really opened up kind of a bit more of an authentic conversation with a lot of my friends, and they've been able to tell me about times when they've had difficulties, and it just kind of feels a little bit more like it's more of a normal thing to talk about, like, oh god, yeah, I've been having a bit of a rubbish week, oh, I've been feeling really low, these are the reasons why, and then as well as being authentic, you are then able to support one another when things are good and also when things are a bit more difficult. So yeah, it just kind of got me thinking about how important having those kind of meaningful connections are with people near to you. I know sometimes everybody doesn't have that opportunity. You don't have that close relationship with someone. So I suppose what you could think about is there anyone who you think maybe you could try to start having different types of conversations with, sharing a little bit more about how you feel, asking some different questions to find out how they're actually getting on, to try to kind of make the conversation a bit more meaningful. If you haven't got anybody nearby, is there anybody you can just have a quick chat with over the phone if you just need a bit of that kind of one-to-one human interaction? Or if you really haven't got anybody, are there forums, kind of online places where you can seek that support from other people, and just share how you are feeling. I would quite like for this group to be one of those, potentials if you don't have the ability to talk to kind of friends, family, or anybody near who is close to you. So that's kind of just what I've been musing on this week. If you've got any, I'll put a link to the podcast of that lady. She's got loads of good podcasts actually, so I'll just link to her website, of that lady that I was just talking about in the beginning. And if anybody has any questions, any queries, then just give me a shout. Thank you. Bye.